stand up in your community. Let your voice be heard. And I mean in a non-violent way. Violence is something that is not what we're trying to have anything do to incite insurrection or anything of that nature. I'm asking you in a peaceful manner to come forward and stand up for your country and hold the line. We're not going to let them take it away from us. We've sacrificed too much in this country to let them succeed with this plan. And I don't have to go into great detail to let you know what that plan is. I think you know by now. So please come forward, stand up. We will be here. We will have your back. Stand to. And I look forward to meeting you face to face. Please come forward now. Thank you.
My name is Andrew McGillivray. I'm a very recently retired
What up,
officer in
Abby?
the Canadian Armed Forces.
Well, tell me what
Just a
kind of
couple
ad you
days
got.
ago, I was, sitting at my farm on my derriere collecting my pension. Okay, and I got a call out from a fellow military veteran to get down here and help out. So I'm going to echo what Eddie said: is get off your butts, get down here, bring your medals, bring your berets. Let's get down here, support blue collar, hardworking Canadians who are here, and let's help them get our freedoms back. Okay, thank you very much for joining us.
It's not easy to deliver the truth of what our sick world is doing, but for some of us, we feel that we have no choice.
I know I'm muted, so don't even bother comment. I saw your cheer. All right, so Text and Beauty, I added a bunch of new features over there for plugins, so feel free, Abby, I call you Abby, she don't mind calling her Abby. She comes on as Abby, so. But anyway, yeah, check it out. There's like some animation. Oh, cheer one is something. Oh, I saw you gave me a cheer though. I see those whenever you do that. That's really cool. I think it gives me like a penny every time you give me a cheer, which is pretty cool. So you give me a penny at a time, a penny for your thoughts. But I added some new things. You should be able to like talk, and you should be able to scroll your own comments and maybe do some cool stuff. Added some functions to the chat, and you're a little more Twitch savvy than some of the other people. So I was kind of hoping you'd show up and play with some of the new toys I set up for y'all. You should be able to make it read some stuff out loud. Like you should be able to type a comment and read it out loud for like a penny or something. I don't even know if it would cost you a penny. It should be free, but it might cost a penny to do some of the stuff. That might like interactions might be like pennies. I have no idea how it all works. I'm still trying to figure it out. But I added some plugins to the chat, and I don't know how it's going to act because I'm watching it on StreamYard and not on Twitch. But it should be showing me my feed. Maybe it doesn't show the overlays. Yeah, you should be able to play. Yeah, so mess with that. And if you want to call in here, I'll do that too. If you want to call in and then double whammy, you can test the stuff while we're live on StreamYard and see if it shows up on my screen. And the audio, I don't really know how this all works as far as StreamYard playing nice with the Twitch plugins. Yeah, hell yeah. Explore it and fill me in. Hell yeah, that's awesome. See, that's why I love this. It's a community here, it takes a village to raise a show, and the more people that come in and hang out, the better the show is. I really appreciate all the time that y'all spend with me. I mean, I stream a lot, and a lot of you hang out for large chunks of these shows. So I mean, you're all really spending like periods of time of your life with me. So I really, really do appreciate it. You may do a short time since everyone is sleeping. Oh yeah, whatever you got to do. Yeah. It's always a pleasure to have everybody hang out. But yeah, mess around with some of those little functions because there should be like little like widget crap you can do. And eventually I can set it up so y'all can like have special sounds. So I have this other thing where you can like set up special sounds when you come in and all this stuff. It's kind of crazy. All right, so hold on, we're just gonna go ahead and open up this National Pulse article. Biden administration hired a dog fucker to control nuclear waste. This shit's pretty crazy. And then I got another thing on this later. So let's do this right, and we'll pull up the full National Pulse article here, because I guess this is what's next. So, all right. Quality is greater than quantity. Yeah, but I guess I do. Well, I do. I do a little bit of both. I guess it's quality, but it is a good amount of stuff. I'll give you guys a good amount of junk. Oh, what was your ad, by the way, Abby? What they advertise to you? Yeah, I'm just so curious what the hell kind of ads people get. Uh, and thanks for watching whatever ads they show you, because I guess I'll get pennies for those too. It's like I'm gonna get rich a penny at a time. You guys just wait. That's how it's gonna be. I believe in it. I believe. Yeah, I'll make it like I'll do the when I read an article, I like to do this little view here. Gives you a little bit of a bigger view, a little wider screen. All right, so from the National Pulse, new Biden nuclear hire is drag queen. And again, I have no problem with adult drag queens or anything like that. So take this for what you will. Apparently, he's into a lot of kink. Take it all for what you will, all for what you will. But it's just, again, it just shows you what it is. What it is. Biden's nuclear hire is a drag queen who wears clothes to work, discusses sex with animals, and calls NIH chief Daddy Fauci. So, a recent high level hire at the Department of Energy's Office of Nuclear Energy is a drag queen, LGBTQ plus activist who has lectured on kink at college campuses and participated in interviews about fetish and role play. In one interview, Sam Brighton, now a top Biden official, even discusses having sex with animals. Brighton, who has written in opposition to gay conversion therapy, was recently tapped. And again, I'm not a conservative in the fact that like I don't believe that if someone's gay, I don't believe you can convert them from not being gay. I have nothing wrong with any of that part stuff. So I would, I'm a lot more open minded, I guess, and liberal, quote unquote, in that extent, if that's a conservative value. But I don't think it really is. As far as right wing, left wing, I'm in the middle. I got my own ideas, whatever I am. Anyway. So recently tapped to serve as a deputy assistant secretary of spent fuel and waste disposition in the Office of Nuclear Energy for the Department of Energy. And you have to remember that spent fuel in the Nuclear Department of Energy is basically the kind of shit you can sell to people to make dirty bombs and weapons and all sorts of stuff. So this is a pretty high level, fucking super high level position, actually, really. He also goes by Sister Ray D. O Active, his drag queen alter ego, and his own website's bio. Britain reveals Sam has worn his stilettos to Congress to advise legislatures about nuclear policy, and to the White House, where he advised President Obama and Michelle Obama on LGBT issues. He shows young men and women everywhere he goes that they can do and be who they are, and gives them courage. Once while he was walking around Disney World in 6-inch stilettos with his boyfriend, a young gay boy saw Sam with his boyfriend and started crying. He told his mother, "'Tis true, Mom, we can be our princess here," or something like that. So that's from his website. Brighton is an active member of Washington, D.C. chapter of Drag Queen Society, known as the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, which lists him as the principal contact on its 2016 and 2018 tax forms during the group's Lavender Mass of 2021. Britain can be seen referring to Anthony Fauci, who he declared a saint, and as Daddy Fauci. Fauci was widely critiqued for his role in the HIV and AIDS crisis of the 1980s, with LGBT rights activists calling him an incompetent idiot and a murderer. Let's see. So here's the social media. Nuclear waste nerd, protecting LGBTQ youth, ending conversion therapy, lives in Washington, D.C., Perry, Iowa, married to Kevin Reich. That would be interesting to look into who that is. I'm sure, as you go into digging, you always want to look into who's who, I guess, if that's how it all works. But and then it says drag queen alter ego, radioactive. So radioactive, right? Abbas at the DC Sisters, Abbas at the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, studied nuclear Fabulosity at Massachusetts Institute of Technology, lives in DC. Let's see. The new Biden nuclear official has been involved in LGBTQ activism since college and was interviewed by Metro Weekly about the group, where he emphasized he is the slutty one. The sister's mission is in complete alignment with my passion for removing the guilt people feel every day unjustly placed on them. Let your freaky flag fly, or freak flag fly. The joy the sisters bring is so beautiful, he added. In separate interview, Brighton explains how he role plays as a pup handler, quote unquote. I actually have trouble when we transition from pup play to having sex, Brighton explained. Like, no, I can't have you whimper like that when you're having sex with me, or when we're having sex, because I don't want to mix that world. It's interesting because he doesn't have to come out of pup mode to have me fuck him, he says. I personally have to bring him out of pup perception for me, but then I'm still treating him as a submissive to me. So there he is. This is the guy who's in charge of nuclear waste in the Biden administration with his pup. And that's from, I guess, his Instagram or whatever. In the interview, Brighton also appears to be annoyed with criticisms of liking to have sex with animals. One of the hardest things about being a handler is that I've honestly had people ask, wait, you have sex with animals? Sam says they believe it's abuse, that it's taking advantage of someone who might not be acting up to the level of human responsibility, because these are people that act like animals, but it's this whole like weird kink crap that he's into. Obviously, so he's not talking about like actual animals, but who the fuck knows? Anyway, I can't speculate. I'm just reading an article. The other perception is that I have some really messed up background. Like, did I have some horrible childhood trauma that make me like to have sex with animals? But keep saying it, whatever, it's its own words. Brighton has also lectured on kink at college campuses, including a class for the University of Wisconsin Stout Gender and Sexuality Alliance on the physics of kink on March 7th, 2018. A description on Instagram said the session was to include live demos of tension forces of bondage, thermodynamics of wax play, physics of impact, and circuits of electroplay. There you go. Brighton led a Kink 101 session at the University of Nebraska at Omaha. The photo shows Brighton in a dress standing over 3 kneeling males with leather bondage-style dog masks on their heads. There he is, our current manager of nuclear waste, apparently, with his little dog men slaves. Okay. He previously worked with the Obama White House on LGBTQ plus issues, as well as Congress on nuclear policy. Sam has worn his stilettos to Congress to advise legislatures about nuclear policy, and to the White House, where he advised President Obama and Michelle Obama on LGBT issues, posted in his bio. So there will be more from him a little bit later. Here, sorry, my light clicked off. Let me just try and get that going again. Should be an easier way to do it. I repositioned the sensor. I guess it don't matter. You still got to get right up on it. Come on, man. There it goes. It stays on way longer, at least. So it picks up my movement until it doesn't. I guess when I was sitting still and reading, I got too still. But yeah, so that's going on. Let's see. I don't give two craps. Yeah, let me get back into this here. Let me see. So I don't give 2 craps what you're gonna do in the bedroom, but if you're gonna be in a top position saying Daddy Fauci, I've seen it just feels real. Yeah, I have no idea, but people playing like they're animals, whatever kind of kink he's into. I have more clips of him actually talking and some interviews with him that we'll get as we scroll down this rabbit hole that we got of the show. But man, I would love to hear all about that. Yeah, if you got some stuff, please jump in and tell me all about it. All right, so let me go ahead and get our Twitter thing back called back up. But yeah, so we got that. What else do we got for today? Yeah, that's wild. That was fucking wild. All right, yeah. Yeah, the dog fucker thing. That was what it was. All right, so man, please don't make me scroll all the way back. Yeah, there we go. Good job. All right, so White House Secretary Jen says the government funded safe smoking kits. It doesn't include crack pipes, according to her. So
just put out
we'll clarify. She's going to clarify the safe smoking kits. Hold on, give me well depth. There we go.
HHS just put out a statement clarifying.
Yeah, pause it. Scroll back. I'll make it big. There you go. All right.
HHS just put out a statement clarifying around some reports that crack pipes are not going to be part of the safe smoking kits that are funded by the administration. But can you clarify for us, were they never a part of the kit, or were they removed in response to this reporting and this pushback?
They were never a part of the kit. It was inaccurate reporting, and we wanted to put out information to make that clear.
What is in the safe smoking kit?
A safe smoking kit may contain alcohol swabs, lip balm, other materials to promote hygiene and reduce the transmission of diseases like HIV and hepatitis. I would note that what we're really talking about here is steps that we're taking as a federal government to address the opioid epidemic, which is killing tens of thousands, if not more, Americans every single day, week, month of the year. We put out this statement, though, because there was inaccurate information out there, or I should say HHS.
They're providing free syringes still, though, right? That's still part of the fucking deal, you know.
Put out the statement because there was inaccurate information out there, and we wanted to provide clarification on the allowable uses for the HHS harm reduction program. It's not a change in policy. This program, though, is focused on harm reduction strategies, including prioritizing the use of fentanyl test strips and clean syringes. And all of these harm reduction services
sure
that
thing,
will be
Chucky's
supported
bride.
by these programs are intended to save lives from an epidemic that we know is
Yeah, anyway. So, Toyota halts production through Saturday as at plants in Kentucky and Ontario over supply disruption caused by the border protests. So says the spokesman. So that's interesting. So it's not sinking in out in America. CNN's John King suggests Americans just don't understand that Biden is doing what's best for them. This new CNN poll on Biden is brutal. Approval 41%, disapproval 58%. What has Biden done? Well, 56%. Nothing, disapprove of everything. Feeling about COVID pandemic, 75% are burned out. So let's just listen to some of this. CNN, the belly of the beast, having to admit terrible, terrible polling numbers for Biden.
Let's get to our new CNN poll numbers now, brand new numbers, and you're going to see how inflation and broader doubts about the COVID recovery are dragging down the president's standing. Let's just go first to the threshold number you always focus on in a midterm election year. Do you approve of President Biden's job performance? Well, look at how bad these numbers are for the president. Only 4 in 10 Americans, 41% at the moment, approve of his job performance. Nearly 6 in 10, 58% disapprove. That's a tough number early in a midterm election year for the president of the United States. Now, why is this happening? This is fascinating. We asked people, what has President Biden done for you that you approve of? 56% of Americans, nearly 6 in 10 Americans. That means a decent amount of Democrats said nothing. They disapprove of everything that has happened. Now, yes, the president would say, we passed the rescue plan. We passed the bipartisan infrastructure plan. It is not sinking in out in America. 56% of Americans say nothing. They disapprove of everything that has happened so far. 15% say the president has helped with the economy. 6% say the coronavirus. You see here personal traits, foreign policy, other issues. But that is a stunning number of the failure to communicate the legitimate successes of the Biden administration. And without a doubt, the COVID pandemic is dragging the president down. His standing on COVID is underwater. Why? Look at this. 75% of Americans say they are burned out. 60% say they are angry. 58% say they are worried. Half, 49% say they're confused. 47% do say they're optimistic. So as the numbers come down, maybe the president can turn this dynamic. But right now, you just have a burned out, angry country. It's hard for the president to break through, even if things are getting better. And to the inflation and the economy, just look at the line here. The president's approval rating on the economy was 49% back in March. It is down 12 points to 37%. Disapproval on the economy, 44% in March, 62%. That is the toll of inflation right there. The unemployment rate
Even
is down.
CNN
The president
can't
did
spin
create
it.
a record number of jobs.
And that's like
62%
real
of Americans
Democratic voter
disapprove
poll
of the
because it's
president's handling
CNN
of the
viewers.
economy because they are paying more at the grocery store and at the pump every day.
Yeah, that was a badass little clip there. All right, so back here. You good to me? Yeah. So open the pipeline, automatic 10,000 new jobs. I mean, won't have to ship oil across the oceans. There's not a huge mystery to the first step. Biden says, I'm going to work like the devil to bring gas prices down. Here's a little clip from him from earlier today. I won't even bother making it big because it's short.
I'm going to work like the devil to bring gas prices down, which I'm going to working to make sure that we keep strengthening the supply chains to bring the cost of energy and everything else and the goods that come to America down by helping the ports 24/7, by changing a whole range of things that, what's happened with COVID has caused significant increase in prices in the supply chain. I'm going to work like the devil. I'm going to work like the devil to bring. I'm going to work like the devil. I'm going to work like the devil. I'm going to work like the devil to. I'm going to work like the. I'm going to work like the. I'm going to work like the devil to bring. I'm going to work like the devil to bring gas.
Sorry. I figured that was the most important part of that clip. I replayed it a couple times because he is the fucking devil. Working like the devil, working for the devil. Fuck that goddamn devil. Move this over here. It'll make my life easier. There we go. I can move back and forth between the two easier. All right. So, best argument of the day. Listen to this. I haven't done this one yet. So, make it big for you. Give me a second.
I agree with my medical advice from doctors and scientists, not from truckers.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. But like,
You guys had the opportunity.
I listen to my doctor. I've had COVID, and I get my antibodies checked once a month, which I pay for myself, and I still have them after a year and a half. So, okay, but do you respect? No, shut up.
You guys
Do you respect that I just said that? Do you respect?
I respect
And
you.
what does that mean to you? What does that mean to you? Like, what do you think? Oh, she's crazy to think that's true. Or do you think, well, that makes sense. She's had COVID and still has antibodies. Which is it? Am I crazy to think that? Or do you think that's possible?
Of course you do.
What? Of course I do what? And what does that do for me? What does it do for me?
I don't know.
Does it? You don't know what it does for me?
No.
What does the vaccine do for you?
It helps prevent you from going to the hospital.
What do you
and
think antibodies does for me?
Same thing.
Oh my God! There you
I saw Richie just texted me a link there. I saw it, brother. Yeah, I'll work on calling that up actually. Just give me a bit. See if I can figure out how to do that. But damn it, what I just do. Don't do that. Undo what I just did. Nope, I'm in the wrong screen anyway, so it doesn't matter. Hell yeah. Cool. All right, go back here. All right, keep going up. All right, so there's a couple of these. So Ottawa residents, Alicia, and this guy. So this guy did a series of interviews with Ottawa residents. Again, kind of counteracting the mainstream media narrative, trying to say it's insurrection terrorist. Ottawa residents are tired. They want all the truckers to stop, all this. So this is what these people who live in Ottawa are saying.
Hi, my name is Sungi Kulamala. I own and operate a gym in Ottawa, downtown, called Sungi Fitness. My business has not been interrupted by any of what's been going on with the protest. I am in full support of the protest because I've actually taken the time to come down and speak to these people, get to know them, get to know why they're here, and hear their stories, which is what a lot of people aren't doing. And I believe that most people that are just spewing out hate and all this ugly language towards these truckers, those are the people who are staying at home and not making the effort to come downtown and talk to these people.
That's exactly it. So we heard of all these people from across Canada coming here for whatever reason they have. So we said, you know what, let's go out. Let's talk to all of our neighbors from across the country. And so far, every single person we have met has just met us with so much love, so much understanding, so much peace. And they made me cry so many times just hearing their incredible stories for what they're fighting for. And I just love everyone so much. And we're just having this amazing conversation with these people here. And I'm so amazed at all of our beautiful community.
Yeah, and even the other day, I brought my mother downtown, and she watches news religiously. So she sees what's going on, and she only hears from them. I brought her down here. She's like, I don't know what they're talking about on the news. These people are so friendly. Yeah. And this is coming from a person who's only getting her information from the news. But she made that effort to step out and go beyond that and actually speak to people, get to know.
Oh, I forgot I'm still on YouTube. Am I on YouTube? I only got 3 viewers on Twitch. I must have 3 viewers on YouTube. Shit. I'm not even paying attention what I'm doing over there. All right. So I forgot I started streaming on YouTube a while ago. So I'm going to cut my YouTube stream. Anybody who's watching over there, I'm going to leave this up. I'll leave the YouTube up for about 5 more minutes. And then I'm going to cut it. Probably had to do with why I was lagging so hard earlier. I forgot I had started streaming on YouTube like damn near an hour ago. Well, if anybody's over on YouTube, please join me over here. This is where you got to find me because the stream is going to cut over on that side. So I forgot I was doing that, man. I don't want to leave YouTube open and get a strike. So we're going to remove it from there. See you later, YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, please, please, please join me. See the link in the screen. I'll see y'all later. Peace.